And since then to now, it's got weird as... I can't even say words about how weird it's gotten.
You know, my favorite thing about this new episode that's going to happen is that Kody's going to try to love bomb Janelle and Meri. He's going to try acting like everything is, completely fine. He's going to be cordial. He's going to be, super over the top kind. He's going to feign interest, as if he actually does care. He's going to act like he's so happy to see them. This is after years of him dodging them, not wanting to speak to them. Them, not wanting to deal with them. But now, when he needs money, suddenly he is going to kiss their butt and try to repair things. And I wonder if Kody realizes that those tactics just won't work for him. You know what I know, having personally grown up with narcissists, is that they are super good at turning on the charm when they need something from you, right? They can go it could be months, years, whatever that you haven't talked to them, and suddenly they have something that they need, whether it's money, whether it's assistance, whether it's in signature, whatever it is. And then suddenly it's, they open up with this they really care about you, and they are being really sweet. Charisma is turned on, and you feel like you might think things might be back to normal. Or maybe this time it'll be different, right? You're starting to get the sense that maybe they really just want to talk to me, right? And then they drop the bomb they need something from you, and then you realize the whole thing was a manipulation. That's how this whole interaction occurs between Kody and the ladies. Finally, they are talking after years of him blowing them off. And now he's trying to be overly nice to them because he's acting as though nothing else has happened that he's done. Anything wrong, or nothing. He said nothing negative about them in public. I don't know what happened with Meri. Because I remember helping her move to her place in Paran, Utah's all fun and games, and cordial stop. Music. This is awkward. Is this awkward? I'm so sorry. Punch you in the mouth. I'm fairly confident this is of the 7th stage of delusion because Kody thinks that we have forgotten all the crap that he has said about Meri. He thinks we haven't been watching what he's been doing to them when it comes to Coyote Pass. He thinks that we haven't heard what he said about her. Publicly. All of the terrible things about her that he says. He's constantly throwing her under the bus. Acting like she was the worst person in the world. Discussing, how abusive she was. How awful she was, how unattracted he was to her, how he wasn't in love with her, he never loved her. With her. A couple weeks ago, the man all but accused her indirectly of luring him into a cult, even though, by the way, his parents were already in the cult. And that he only married her because of her family. Her mom and dad were really behind it as well. So, in the span of, several years he has ignored her. He has refused to talk to her. He has disparaged her. And by the way, he wouldn't talk to her about the property for years. This man has been so mean to her. And then when she wants to settle things and move on and get the money and go ahead, he won't recognize her because he'll tell Janelle that she's too mean, and he doesn't want to talk to her, and he doesn't want to deal with her. Then when he's with her, he pretends like literally none of that had happened. This is how. If you're in the middle of a gaslighter, and you're not if you aren't removed from them, this is a behavior that would be perplexing to you. But once you get 5 months away from this kind of bullcrap, you see what it is, and you're I'm just not going to deal with that. And Kody acting like he cares about Zona the dog. He simply hates dogs. He literally hates dogs. He knows exactly why Meri doesn't want to talk to him. He is utterly narcissistic, blind to the truth. And since then to now, it's got weird as I can't even say the words. About how weird it's gotten. Y'all know that I rarely ever talk about these people's appearances. But has anyone else been watching this season? And enjoy looking at Kody, thinking that have you had a brow lift? Or did you get, just a bit of Botox, or have you gotten some fillers? Something is going on with his eyes lately, and a face that looks fuller but different. Not a facelift, not a full-on facelift. Either he's had some Botox, or he's had some sort of injections. I'm 100% convinced that Kody has had lip injections. And this is coming from someone who has had lip injections. I've had lip injections, and I've had Botox. And I'm not against the use, or whatever you want to do with, making yourself feel better, but I think Kody has had lip injections, and I'm pretty sure he's had something done with his eyes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mini brow lift. I don't know if it's a mini facelift. Not sure if it's bad Botox. I'm hesitant to say that it's Botox because he still has furrows on his brow that are like very pronounced. Although they might not be as pronounced. Perhaps he didn't get a lot of Botox. Like maybe it's not completely paralyzed. 'Cause if you get too much Botox, it can make your eyebrows go like way far up. That's happened to me before. And you can get like your forehead does not move an it as you feel like you're like that character that's on Saturday Night Live, the one that has the really big forehead, and she has the little tiny fingers, and she's like a sister, and she sings and she's got like the little doll hands. That girl. Something about Kody. He just looks so different this year. Sorry, I had to go on that tangent. I just had to draw some really hard boundaries. And when we get onto this video call, and he's being all friendly, and trying to act like things are normal, after some of the things that he has said to and about me and my friends, that's not going to fly. Now, Meri's for sure had some Botox, and it doesn't look bad. It looks actually really good. And I know that they use fillers and Botox because McKelty was talking about it on her Patreon, and how you know, no one is above using you. No, in non-permanent ways to appear better on camera. And so Meri's for sure had some Botox, and I think she looks really good. But back to Meri and what she just said, I kind of forgot. About how last season, Kody called Meri's friends, and said that she was never going to find a guy if she didn't cut out of her life, because no guy's going to want to be around a girl that would have friends like Meri has, doesn't she? She's so protective of her friend Jen. And Jen, you know, as much as I like Jen, the amount that she's in this series, and how much she does for Meri, you gotta remember she also works for Meri and has done things for Meri, like she helps out at the inn. She works part-time for Meri. She's Meri's like quote-unquote like kind of assistant there at the inn. So, I wonder if part of their relationship is work-related and now that she's working on sister-wise, but regardless, if you come for my friends, I'm probably going to not want to be around you too. So, it's good to see that Meri holding a boundary here, as I think Kody's so used to them not, you know, just like going with the flow and just acting like it never happened. Just happened. Literally, he has gaslit and abuses and manipulated them for so long. That's what happens after you can't be manipulated anymore. And Kody is floundering. So this aspect of this season I'm actually looking forward to. All right. How's it going, Janelle? Good. Everything's good. So, you heard any good jokes lately? No, I live with children. They don't tell very funny jokes. Live with children and they tell funny jokes, I think. Have you heard any good jokes? What is this? Is he trying to pick them up? Is he at a bar? And can we just not address the elephant in the room here? Janelle lives with children. Who are the children? Maddie's kids. At the point when this was filming, she had 3. Now she has 4. Who are? Maddie's kids. Kody's daughter's children. Oh, they're Kody's grandkids. So, Janelle says that her grandkids don't tell funny jokes. And Kody said, well, I live with kids. They really tell funny jokes. Kody doesn't ask how his grandkids are. Instead of saying, hey Janelle, how are the kids? How are you? And the kids? How are you and the grandkids? Kody says, know any good jokes? Heard any good jokes? Kody's not acknowledging that the children are his grandkids, which is really funny because last week when they were cleaning out the garage, or whatever it was that he was doing with Robin, they started talking about saving things. That when they speak about grandchildren, that's what they're talking about. The future grandchildren that Robin's children will have, because those children that are being talked about are his grandchildren, his flesh and blood. Nothing. He only talks about the kids he has with Robin. Could you imagine what it would be like to be around a guy and have to deal with a guy that just completely treats your children like crap? Completely ignores your grandchildren. Completely ignores your daughter Savannah. Bullied your son. So much life. Kicked your kids out. But you still allow Robin's kids to live with you. There's so much here that is beneath the surface, and Kody thinks that he can just be cute and act like nothing has happened. I'm actually very offended about the grandkids thing. I mean, in fairness, Maddie doesn't really want her kids to have a relationship with Kody. And she has said that her kids don't really know who Kody is because obviously he's Annie, he's never met Joey, who was the newest baby in this when this was filmed. And then she hasn't met the 4th child. I can't remember what the baby's name is, them. So, Kody has no relation with these kids, and they're just an extension of him through biology. I'm actually like it, would it? It breaks my heart for the kids because he just acts as if they didn't exist. He will not accept their existence, but rather acts as though they don't exist. He has this whole life with Robin that he's parading on TV that he acts like is his family, and it's at the expense of realize what we're seeing right now is what they lived through for you. No, 10 years and they pretended like they didn't. The way he's treating them right now, the way that he is acting is how he used to act when they would get together before and they would play along and pretend. And now he can't get leading them to play along and pretend, and I'm losing the plot. I don't know what's going to happen long term with this show. And I say this in almost every video I make on this, but I really do hope that at some point someone gives it back to him. Whether it's a family member of his, whether it's a all host, whether it's, I don't know, one of his kids. I know it is like it's ridiculous to air out your crap on TV. But he is doing it to them. So doing it would be just so satisfying, going back to him to watch as a viewer. But this is their real life, so I can understand why the kids don't want to do that. But God, he's such an idiot. She's talking about his grandkids, and he doesn't even acknowledge that they're his grandchildren. That's just so disgusting. Do you think that when the kids have birthdays, he sends them cards? Or when the grandkids have birthdays, do you think he sends them cards? Do you think that Robin is so vindictive that she wouldn't participate in encouraging those relationships, since they represent evil, which that she cannot get over her own hurt to be the bigger person? She literally watched him kick his kids out of his life. She's completely okay with that. She doesn't care that he doesn't have a relationship with his kids, and he's going to do precisely the same thing to her when something else comes along, or when he's going to act like she doesn't exist, and her kids don't exist eventually. That's disgusting. So, yeah, that's the latest with Kody. And the ladies. So, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching.